In the southern Caribbean Sea, just 15 miles off the coast of South America, lies an island of striking and beautiful contradictions. It is a place where the sun is a near-permanent resident, where the trade winds are a constant, gentle companion, and where the turquoise sea meets a landscape more akin to a desert than a tropical jungle. This is a land of vibrant color, from the pastel facades of its Dutch-inspired architecture to the deep blue of its coastal waters. This is a land of profound geological calm. A fragment of the continental shelf, spared the volcanic fire that forged many of its Caribbean neighbors. This is Aruba. From the air, it appears as a small, sun-baked jewel, its coastline fringed with brilliant white sand, and its interior a rugged expanse of cacti, boulders, and the island's iconic, wind-sculpted dividivi trees. The quality of light here is different, a sharp, brilliant clarity that makes every color seem more intense. It is an island that seems to exist in a perpetual state of summer, a reality that has made it a beacon for travelers from around the globe. But to look beyond the postcard images of Palm Beach and Eagle Beach, beyond the sun lounges and the luxury resorts, is to discover a society with a deep and resilient soul. A culture woven from a rich tapestry of Amerindian, European, and Caribbean influences, creating a unique identity that is as warm and welcoming as its climate. This is not a story of a vacation destination, but of a home, a story of the people, the spirit, and the quiet, sun-drenched rhythm of daily life on one of the Caribbean's most unique islands. The day in Aruba begins not with a dramatic tropical downpour, but with the steady, reliable arrival of the sun. In the quiet residential neighborhoods that form the island's heart, the morning unfolds with a gentle, unhurried rhythm. The first stop for many is the local panaderia, the neighborhood bakery. Here, the air is warm with the scent of freshly baked pandushi, a sweet local bread, and the strong, dark aroma of coffee. The exchange is about more than just breakfast. It is a cornerstone of community life. Neighbors greet each other by name. Conversations flow easily in the sing-song cadence of papiamento, and the day's news, from local politics to the fortunes of a neighbor's son playing baseball overseas, is shared over the counter. Life here is lived at a human scale, in close-knit communities where anonymity is a foreign concept. Neighbors are not strangers. They are an extension of the family unit, a concept known as biciña. The front porch, or veranda, is not just an architectural feature. It is a social institution, a semi-public space where the private life of the home meets the public life of the street. It is where neighbors pause their evening walk to chat, where children gather to play, and where the day's events are recounted as the sun goes down. Doors are often left open to catch the cooling trade winds, a physical expression of the open and trusting nature of the community. A typical street is a mosaic of island life, a meticulously cared-for home with a garden of blooming hibiscus and bougainvillea next to another painted in a vibrant pastel hue, the ever-present Aruban flag fluttering from a balcony. Children play in the quiet lanes, under the watchful eyes of the entire block, and a casual greeting to a neighbor can easily evolve into a shared cup of coffee and an hour of conversation. This powerful sense of community is the bedrock of Aruban society, a social fabric woven from generations of shared history, mutual support, and a genuine warmth that is extended freely and without expectation. The family is the undisputed center of the Aruban universe. It is a strong, multi-generational unit that serves as the primary source of identity, support, and social life. It is common for grandparents, parents, and children to live in close proximity, often on the same street or in the same neighborhood, creating a powerful and resilient support network. The matriarch, the abuela, often serves as the family's anchor, the keeper of traditions and the heart of the home. Sunday is Family Day, a cherished and non-negotiable ritual. Families gather, often at the home of a grandparent, for a day of food, music, and connection. The scene is a vivid one, the aroma of a rich stew or stoba simmering on the stove for hours, uncles and cousins locked in a passionate game of dominoes on the patio, their arguments and laughter a familiar soundtrack, and the matriarch of the family presiding over the kitchen. This weekly gathering is a loud, joyful, and life-affirming tradition that reinforces the powerful bonds that hold the society together. It is a weekly reminder that in Aruba, one is never truly alone. To understand Aruba is to understand its unique cultural identity, a rich and harmonious fusion of influences from around the world. This heritage is not a relic of the past. It is a living, breathing force that permeates every aspect of daily life. At the heart of this identity is the language, Papiamento, a melodic and expressive Creole language. Papiamento blends elements of Spanish, Portuguese, Dutch, and African languages, a linguistic testament to the island's history as a crossroads of cultures. It is the language of the home, the street, and the heart. While Dutch is the official language of government and education, and English and Spanish are widely spoken due to tourism, Papiamento is the true mother tongue, a powerful symbol of a distinct Aruban identity. This identity is a vibrant blend of European structure and Caribbean spirit. The Dutch heritage is visible in the colorful, gabled architecture of Oranjestad, in the legal and educational systems, and in the island's status as a constituent country within the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Yet, the island's heartbeat is undeniably Caribbean. It is felt in the rhythm of the music, from the traditional folk sounds of the dande to the infectious beats of salsa and calypso. This cultural fusion is celebrated with passion and color in the island's many festivals. The most significant of these is Carnival. For weeks in the early part of the year, the island is consumed by a vibrant explosion of music, dance, and creativity. It is a time when the entire community comes together. Elaborate feathered costumes are prepared for months in advance, and local musicians compete with new road march songs. The grand parades in Oranjestad and the city of San Nicolas are the culmination of the season, a powerful and joyous display of collective identity where thousands of participants and spectators celebrate their shared culture. But tradition runs deeper than Carnival. At New Year's, the Dande tradition sees musicians travel from house to house, singing blessings for the year to come. Aruba is a remarkably multicultural society. Over the centuries, it has become home to people from over 90 different nationalities, drawn by the island's stability and economic opportunities. This diversity has been seamlessly woven into the social fabric, creating a tolerant and cosmopolitan atmosphere where different cultures coexist with mutual respect. The Aruban economy is a story of adaptation and resilience, but it is overwhelmingly dominated by a single industry: tourism. The island's pristine beaches, safe environment, and year-round sunshine have made it one of the most popular and successful tourism destinations in the Caribbean. This industry is the engine of the national economy, providing the vast majority of jobs and national income. For most Arubans, work is directly or indirectly connected to the constant flow of visitors, from the hotel managers and casino dealers to the tour guides, dive instructors, and the vast network of maintenance and supply chain jobs that keep the industry running. Life in a tourism-driven economy has a distinct rhythm. The high season, from December to April, is a period of intense work, with long hours and a bustling pace. The off-season brings a more relaxed tempo, a time for maintenance, training, and a collective breath before the cycle begins again. But the island's economic history is more complex. Before tourism, there were other booms: a 19th century gold rush. Left behind the silent ruins of smelting works, a testament to a fleeting dream of wealth. More significantly, the 20th century was dominated by oil. The large refinery in San Nicolas was once one of the world's largest, transforming the southern tip of the island into a major industrial hub and providing a generation of Arubans with stable, well-paying jobs. The scaling back of the refinery's operations left an economic void and a lasting legacy, pushing the island to fully embrace tourism as its future. Beyond this dominant sector, the economy is diversified by small businesses, which are the lifeblood of local communities. These are the family-run supermarkets, the independent mechanic shops, and the local bakeries. A spirit of entrepreneurship is deeply ingrained in the culture, a necessary adaptation for life on a small island with a specialized economy. Life on a sun-drenched Caribbean island comes with a unique set of economic realities. For the residents of Aruba, one of the most significant of these is the high cost of living. As a small island with limited natural resources and agricultural land, Aruba is heavily reliant on imported goods. Nearly everything, from fresh fruit and vegetables to cars, electronics, and building materials, must be shipped to the island. This reliance on imports means that prices for everyday items, particularly groceries, are significantly higher than in the United States or Europe. A trip to a local supermarket reveals this reality. While some produce is grown locally in small-scale hydroponic farms, the majority is imported, and the cost of transportation and import duties is passed on to the consumer. This makes budgeting and careful shopping an essential part of daily life for most families. Housing is another major expense. The demand from tourism and international buyers has driven up property values, making home ownership a significant financial goal for many Arubans. The rental market is also competitive, with prices in desirable areas near the coast being particularly high. Utilities also contribute to the monthly budget. With no natural freshwater sources like rivers or lakes, the island is entirely dependent on a large, modern desalination plant, Webb Aruba, for its drinking water. This process of turning seawater into fresh water is energy-intensive, which is reflected in utility bills. Transportation is another necessary expense. The island's public transportation system, Arubus, is reliable for major routes, but for true flexibility and navigating residential areas, a car is considered a necessity for most families. Local salaries, particularly in the dominant service and hospitality industries, can be modest. This creates a reality where many residents must be resourceful and financially savvy to manage their expenses. it is common for multiple family members to contribute to the household income, and the strong family support network provides a crucial safety net. Managing the high cost of living is a constant balancing act, a practical challenge that is met with the same pragmatism and resilience that defines the Aruban character. Aruban food is a direct and flavorful reflection of its multicultural history and its island environment. It is a hearty, comforting, and unpretentious cuisine built on a foundation of bold flavors and fresh, local ingredients. The culinary tradition, known as comida criolla, is a delicious blend of Amerindian, Spanish, African, and Dutch influences. Seafood is naturally a staple. In fishing villages like Savanetta, the daily catch is brought ashore and sold directly from the boats. A freshly caught piece of red snapper, or mahi-ma, simply pan-fried with a side of rice and fried plantain, is a cherished island meal. The most iconic local dish, however, is the stoba, a rich and savory stew. It can be made with a variety of ingredients, from goat, cabrito stoba, to beef, carne stoba, slow-simmered with potatoes, vegetables, and a blend of local herbs and spices. Home cooking is the heart of the island's food culture. Recipes are passed down through generations, taught not from a book, but by feel and by taste. The Dutch influence is most famously seen in keshiena, a rich and savory dish of spiced meat stuffed into a hollowed-out shell of Gouda cheese and baked until molten. The most beloved snack is the pastiche, a savory pastry filled with cheese, meat, or fish, a popular breakfast item or on-the-go snack. While the tourist areas are filled with international restaurants, the truest taste of the island is found in the small, unassuming local eateries and in the kitchens of Aruban homes. Here, a meal is more than just sustenance. It is an act of sharing, an expression of culture, and a taste of home. To truly understand life in Aruba is to understand its unique natural environment. The landscape is not a passive backdrop. It is an active and defining force in the daily lives of its people. While the island is famous for its idyllic white sand beaches, like the world-renowned Eagle Beach and the lively Palm Beach, the natural world of Aruba is far more diverse. Away from the calm leeward coast lies a rugged and dramatic windward shore. Here, the full force of the Atlantic has carved a wild coastline of rocky cliffs, hidden coves, and natural bridges. The interior of the island is a semi-arid, desert-like landscape, a world away from the typical Caribbean image. This unique environment is protected within Arikok National Park, which covers nearly 20% of the island. The park is a sanctuary of cacti, unique rock formations, and ancient Arawak cave paintings. It is a place of profound quiet and raw, natural beauty, where the island's iconic divi-divi trees bend in a permanent bow to the constant trade winds. The year-round warm and sunny climate shapes an outdoor lifestyle. The ocean is the island's playground, a constant invitation to swim, snorkel, and dive. For Arubans, the beach is an extension of their backyard. On weekends, families flock to quieter spots like Baby Beach, a calm, shallow lagoon on the southern tip of the island. They set up tents for shade, fire up portable grills, and spend the day together, a celebration of family and nature. The constant trade winds that cool the island also make it a world-class destination for windsurfing and kitesurfing. This deep and abiding connection to the sea and to the unique, sun-drenched landscape fosters a profound appreciation for the natural world and a lifestyle that is lived as much as possible in the open air. For all its relaxed island charm, Aruba is a remarkably modern and well-connected society. A sophisticated infrastructure of well-maintained roads makes getting around the small island straightforward and efficient. The car is the primary mode of transportation and a necessity for most families. Car ownership is high, and the roads, especially in the Oranjestad and Palm Beach areas, can become congested during peak hours. For those without a vehicle, the public bus system, Arubus, provides reliable service along the main hotel strip and between the major towns. This seamless blend of modern convenience and island living is a defining characteristic of Aruban life. It is entirely possible to live in a quiet residential neighborhood, surrounded by the unique desert landscape, yet be just a short, comfortable drive away from a modern supermarket, a world-class hospital, or the international airport. The island is well connected digitally, with widespread access to high-speed internet. The healthcare system is of a high standard, with modern facilities like the Dr. Horatio E. Oduber Hospital and a strong connection to the medical systems in the Netherlands and the United States. This unique combination allows Arubans to enjoy the peace, tranquility, and close-knit community of island life without sacrificing the benefits and opportunities of the modern world. It is a carefully constructed reality, a testament to the island's ability to innovate and develop while preserving the relaxed pace that defines it. For the young people of Aruba, growing up on the island offers a unique blend of a safe, community-oriented upbringing and a connection to a wider, globalized world. The education system is of a high standard, following the Dutch model, and prepares students for a future that may take them far from home. For higher education, many young Arubans must leave the island. They typically travel to the Netherlands, to which they have easy access as Dutch citizens, or to the United States to attend university. This period away from home is a modern rite of passage. It is a crucial opportunity to experience the wider world, gain new perspectives, and acquire specialized skills. For many, it is their first experience of true anonymity, a stark contrast to the close-knit familiarity of home. But the pull of home, the deep-seated connection to this unique place, is incredibly strong. A significant number choose to return after completing their studies, a phenomenon often referred to as brain gain. They are drawn back by the powerful bonds of family, the tight-knit community, and the unparalleled quality of life. They return with new ideas, fresh energy, and global perspectives, contributing to the island's dynamic and continuous evolution. They become the next generation of entrepreneurs, hotel managers, doctors, and community leaders, tasked with the delicate balancing act of preserving their unique culture while fostering the innovation necessary to build a sustainable future for their island home. The rhythm of day and night in Aruba is a study in beautiful contrasts, a shift from productive activity to relaxed, communal celebration. The daytime is filled with the bright, intense light of the Caribbean sun. It is a time for work, for school, and for the bustling energy of the island's tourism industry. The beaches are alive with activity, the roads are busy, and the energy is focused and outward-looking. As the sun begins to set, painting the sky in brilliant hues of orange and pink, a palpable shift occurs. the fierce heat of the day softens into a warm, breezy evening. Life turns inward, toward family, friends, and community. The workday ends, and the social day begins. In the residential neighborhoods, the streets grow quiet, but the homes come alive. Families gather for the evening meal, the sounds of conversation and laughter drifting through open windows. In the towns, a different energy emerges. The waterfront in Oranjestad glows with the lights of restaurants and cafes. Live music spills out from local bars. This is not a culture of quiet, isolated evenings. It is a culture of shared experience, where the end of the day is an invitation to come together, to share a meal, to enjoy the cool night air, and to celebrate the simple, profound pleasure of community. Life in this island paradise is not without its significant challenges. The very geography that gives Aruba its beauty also creates formidable difficulties. The high cost of living, driven by a near-total reliance on imported goods, is a constant pressure for many families. The lack of freshwater resources makes the island entirely dependent on its desalination plant, a critical piece of infrastructure that requires immense energy to operate. The economy's heavy dependence on tourism, while a source of prosperity, is also a significant vulnerability, making the island susceptible to global events and travel trends. There is also the constant and complex challenge of balancing development with preservation. How does a small nation accommodate a growing number of visitors and residents without compromising the fragile desert ecosystem and the pristine marine environment that attract people in the first place? The debate around over-tourism is a serious one. Protecting the coral reefs from the effects of climate change, managing waste on a small island with limited space, and ensuring that development is sustainable are the vital questions that the Aruban people grapple with, thoughtfully and collectively, every single day. So why do people choose to stay? In a world of seemingly limitless options, why do they remain rooted in this small, dry, and remote island? The answers are as varied as the individuals themselves, but they often circle back to the same core, fundamental themes. They stay for the profound, unshakable sense of community, for the feeling of belonging to a place where people genuinely know and care for one another. They stay for the unparalleled safety, for the simple, priceless freedom to raise their children in an environment of trust and security. They stay for the peace, for the relaxed pace of life that allows for a deeper, more meaningful connection to oneself and to family. In a world saturated with noise and distraction, Aruba offers a rare and precious tranquility. And above all, they stay for the unbreakable connection to home, to a landscape and a culture that is not just a backdrop for their lives, but an integral part of their identity. It is a connection that is forged in the constant sun, in the gentle trade winds, and in the shared, collective experience of living in a place of unique and enduring beauty. It is the feeling of having roots that run deep into the island's sandy soil. Aruba exists in a delicate, beautiful, and constantly negotiated balance between its Caribbean soul and its European ties, between the untamed beauty of its natural landscape and the engineered comforts of modernity, between a cherished local identity and a welcoming global outlook. It is a place shaped by the sun, the wind, and a quiet, unyielding, and deeply admirable resilience. Here, life is not measured in grand events or dramatic upheavals, but in the steady, dependable rhythm of the seasons, in the warmth of a shared meal, in the comfort of a familiar language, and in the simple, profound beauty of the everyday. It is a living testament to the idea that beyond the beaches and the resorts lies a vibrant and deeply connected community, a place where the true treasure is found in the simple, profound, and sun-drenched reality of a quiet island life.